Pollster Frank Luntz warned seizing Trump properties will backfire. He said, "You are going to elect Donald Trump." It's funny. It's the same sentiment that I've been saying. I've been telling them since they've been began trying to lock Trump up on these fraudulent charges. Since day one, I said it was going to backfire. Um, and now Trump is more popular than ever, and they're just stupid. They don't understand. They don't have their pulse on the zeitgeist. They don't understand that everyone in this country is feeling like they're being attacked by government. They're losing their rights, and they're being prosecuted by government, and things, and people are worse off, and they see themselves in Trump by the government coming after him. They don't see that. But more and more people are waking up to that fact. Now rapper Money Man, he's one of my new favorite rappers. I've been listening to him for a while now. He even's coming out for Trump. The hood messes with Trump, and they are afraid and terrified. They don't know what to do about it. But this is not helping the leftist case, and I love seeing this. I'll play the CNN clip in a minute. But before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button, share this out so we can get this information out there. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, and hit that alarm bell so you know when I'm putting out new stuff. Also, check out my link tree in the description. Has a link to my Patreon. That's where I talk about things I can't talk about here. There's also a link to my Instagram and my merch store. Also, check out jjthepsychotherapist.com for news as well. All right, let's talk about this news. Now, this comes from InfoWars. Um, and they report that GOP pollster Frank Luntz issued a stark warning to New York Attorney General Letitia James that she will ensure Donald Trump's election victory if she proceeds with seizing his properties. During the discussion on CNN's Anderson Cooper 360 Friday, Luntz, who is not a supporter of Trump, said James's bid to seize Trump assets will only play in his favor. So I'm gonna play the clip here. Here we go.
All right, Frank, the politics of this. Folks in the Biden campaign are already starting to refer to Donald Trump as broke Don, which is interesting. And then there is the possibility that the New York Attorney General, Letitia James, would have to start.
Hold on. They calling him broke, but now we just found out with the selling of his media stuff, he's receiving I think it's like $3.5 billion he has now. So they can continue to call him broke all they want, but Trump is not broke.
Or would start seizing assets, maybe even buildings. How do you think that would play?
I want you to remember this moment, and don't forget it. If the New York Attorney General starts to take his homes away, starts to seize his assets, it's all going to be on camera. Pundits are going to sit there and scream about this. This man cannot be elected. You're going to create the greatest victimhood of 2024, and you're going to elect Donald Trump. If they take his stuff, he's going to say that this is proof that the federal government and the establishment and the swamp in Washington and all the politicians across the country and the attorneys generals and all of this, that this is a conspiracy to deny him the presidency. He's going to go up in the polls just like he went up every single.
But the thing is, it is though. That's the thing. You proving him right. You are proving him right. It is a conspiracy to try to get Trump so he don't make it in the 2024 election. And you guys are proving this fact by attacking him. That's what makes it so funny. The more they attack him, the more people are waking up. The more people are like, oh my gosh, there really is a deep state. There really is a swamp. I mean, this just doesn't happen by accident. All of these people coming to attack this man, and they could do it to him. Imagine what they'd do to you.
Single time they indicted him. The indictment, let's not talk about whether it's justified or not, but it will prove the things that he's saying on the campaign trail, and he will go up, and it may just elect him president. Do not forget that. And I say this to the Attorney General right now. If you play politics on this, this is what the secretaries of state did in Colorado and what they did in, I believe, is Maine. His numbers went up in both states. I don't understand. I'm almost speechless in how pathetic the opposition to Trump has been and how completely misguided.
I
And this
love
is
it.
a perfect example of it.
What do you think?
I love it. It shows how dumb they are. It shows how stupid they are. It shows how they live in a bubble and don't understand the sentiment of real people. That's what this all shows here. But I love it because their ignorance is going to make Trump win in 2024.
Think about that.
I mean, my biggest question, this is the beauty of Frank having his job, which I don't have, is that happened, what you're talking about, Maine, Colorado, when you're talking about what happened in a primary. And while I don't disagree with the optics, I've spoken to people inside Trump world who are saying, instead of bankruptcy, we sit in the peace. Come to Trump Tower, please. We'll have cameras there. We'll have that fight. We'll win that optics battle. I think the bigger question is, in a general election, and given the fact that the Biden campaign has really latched on to this in a way that they haven't in most legal issues.
Broke
that he's
down.
dealt with.
I've been surprised to hear that.
He was joking about it last night at a fundraiser as well that was off camera, whether or not that rise in the polls can carry into a general election. And you'd know better than, I mean, you're talking to people, you'd know better.
How is Donald Trump beating Joe Biden? He's got 85 indictments that still exist, felonies. How is he beating Joe Biden with the economy getting better and things cleaning up?
It's a lie because things aren't getting better. It don't matter how many pundits come out and tell you things are great. We know that it's not. I say it every time. We are literally going to the grocery stores, purchasing things. We're going to the gas stations and putting gas in our vehicles and seeing how expensive things are. You can't tell us things are getting better when we don't see it. It's not getting better. It's a lie.
Okay, you got it's still have inflation, you still have got immigration. Trump is leading, and in the 7 swing.
He say that like that's not a big thing. Okay, we still have immigration. Okay, we still have inflation. Like that's not two major things. Like these are the two major things that people are talking about and worried about right now is inflation, the economy, and immigration. How they're coming in and taking our people are coming in and taking our resources. Illegals are coming in and taking our resources. Those are the two major issues, and Biden are losing on both of those issues. And he shrugs it off like, okay, yeah, there's immigration and inflation, like that's not a big deal. That is the problem. That's why they're gonna lose in 2024 because they don't understand what people's real issues are. Even as a pollster, he's a pollster. How does he not know that? He just shrugs it off.
States, Trump is up by the margin of error in 5 out of 7. Why is that happening? Because his critics are stupid, and they're running a horrible campaign. And for those people who do not want Donald Trump back, they should be thankful that the people who are orchestrating his loss are as pathetic and they don't understand the American people.
Quick last word.
I'm not so sure it's a smart strategy for Joe Biden to be making fun of poor Don, because how often does Donald Trump say this is all Biden prosecutions, Biden cases, and we fact check him correctly to say no evidence this is coming from the White House. And
oh my gosh, we fact checked them and he said it's no evidence. So I guess Fannie Willis meeting with Vice President Harris right before they come after Trump. I guess that's not nothing. I guess her meeting with the Biden administration officials prior to the Trump investigation. I guess that has nothing to do with it. I mean, we have proof that Biden is running is helping these people. What are you talking about? This mainstream media is so deceptive. That's why nobody watches them for real. Because I can call them out. Every point they make, I can call them out on their bullcrap.
It certainly creates an impression when Joe Biden is spiking the ball and doing a dance about these cases. So I'm not the political advisor, and legally there's no connection, but it does create an appearance that there's some celebration going on.
Well, look, we'll see what happens in the next few days, and we'll see
CNN
what
is terrible.
consequences.
I thought it was bad at first.
Ellie Honing, Frank Luntz.
This is wow, who are these people? I don't even know who these pundits are on Anderson Cooper right now. That is some weird stuff. They definitely don't know what's going on. They definitely don't have their their pulse on the culture. And this is why they're going to lose the 2024 election. Again, the only way that Biden wins is if they have some type of shenanigans to happen. That's the only way. I can't find not one. If you talk to anyone that's really from the hood, no one is really for for Biden, and I think that's why Meta came out to try to get rid of some of this political stuff. Unless you opt in, is because they know the culture is shifting. The culture has shifted towards Trump, and you can't have people talking this political stuff being for Trump and without like basically censoring all these things without people having an uproar. So the way they can censor it, the way they stop the culture from showing they support Trump, is by having people having to opt in and not knowing how to opt into the political stuff on their Instagram, which is just a slick way of censorship, I believe. And that's what that's how they try to win the culture war that's happening right now. But let me know what you think about what's going on with all this. Leave your comments down below. Like, share, subscribe, and check out jjthepsychotherapist.com for the latest news. Until next time, peace.